Well, tonight I want to take a week back. Last Thursday, the country celebrated 10 years of a constitutional order. Some still call it a new constitution. I don't know how new it is, but suffice to say it is still a young document that is yet to be fully implemented. In fact, there is already a raging clamor to amend it. Whether that is a good thing or a bad thing is a matter for another discussion. But 10 years ago, I closely covered the proceedings leading to the enactment of the 2010 Constitution. I vividly remember the intense deliberations in Naivasha, where the Parliamentary Select Committee, co-chaired by Abdikadir Mohammed and Ababu Namwamba, at times, members sat late into the night, haggling, arguing, jostling, and lobbying for certain critical articles in the then draft Constitution. Among them, the system of government, devolution, representation, and the Bill of Rights. Ultimately, Kenyans in their numbers voted yes to a new constitutional order. And I remember all too well the momentous occasion at Uhuru Park on the 27th of August 2010, when the country enacted a new supreme law and shelved the old constitution. 10 years later, we have an opportunity to audit the document, identify what is working, what is not working, the cost of implementing the constitution, and ask each other pertinent and candid questions. But tonight, I want to pose a question to all of us. Did we enact a new constitution but remained in the old order? You see, the good book in the Gospel of St. Mark, chapter 2, verses 22 tells us, no one puts new wine into old wineskins. Otherwise, the wine will burst the skins, and the wine is lost, and so are the skins. But one puts new wine into fresh wineskins. The 2010 Constitution has been hailed as one of the most progressive documents with a robust human rights framework. But how and why do we still have reports of police brutality, extrajudicial killings, and unexplained disappearance of suspects? How and why, in this day and age, do we have police officers being used to crack down on dissenting political opinion? The 2010 Constitution clearly provides principles of good governance in the leadership and integrity chapter. The document also has great write-ups on prudent management of public resources. But what has the country been preoccupied with in the last 10 years? Mega scandal after another, amounting to billions of shillings. The Goldenberg and Anglo-leasing scams of yesteryears, replaced by Afia House, Kemsa, dams, Ruaraka Land, NYS, maize, and sugar scandals. Clearly, the forest changed, but the monkeys remained. Are we a more equitable nation? Of course we are not. A look at the list of public appointments clearly confirms we are still in the old order, functionally. Are we a more obedient nation? Far from it. We are yet to take personal and collective responsibility. Otherwise, how do you explain why we still have people littering the environment with reckless abandon? How and why do we still board public service vehicles that are already full? How and why do we keep silent when PSV drivers engage in reckless behavior on the road? How and why, under a robust constitutional order, would the Senate be engaged in a political circus over county revenue sharing formula and almost plunging counties into a financial crisis? What am I saying? We must all change. We must leave the 2010 Constitution. We must do what the late Professor Okoth Ogendo told us many years ago about a constitution without constitutionalism. That's my punchline.